Boogie2988 becoming a crypto cuck is the darkest of timelines. Anonymous Twitter user.
You remember back in 2019 when I was completely out of my mind and talking openly on Twitter and elsewhere about just deleting myself at some point? I did something very stupid that I do not recommend anyone else ever do. But it worked.
In this video, we are going to analyze Boogie2988's crypto investments, from what we can find out on Reddit and Twitter, and diving into his friendship with Jesse Tyler Ridgway, better known as McJuggernuggets. Boogie claimed on Twitter, he felt like he wanted to end it all. And his friend Jesse suggested he put all his money into crypto. And so he did, as he figured, being on the verge of tapping out of life. He'd YOLO all his money into crypto in a big gamble. If it works, he'll be rich enough to retire. If it didn't, Jesse would help him rebuild.
I basically took every dime I had in liquid funds and invested it in a huge gamble. And I did this at the advice of my friend Jesse Ridgway, McJuggernuggets, who guaranteed that money, saying that if the money disappeared, he would help take care of me and help me rebuild. To say that I doubled my money is an understatement. In fact, I did more than that.
He doubled his initial investment with Ethereum and Bitcoin since the election, a wild ride. He had a pretty big NASDAQ. But he was no millionaire by any means. And his social media business wouldn't make him one. But it's enough to pay the bills, while he lets his crypto investment grow. Boogie said he would keep his opinion to himself most of the time, when his career was popping off. But now his channel is fading into irrelevancy, he feels he can speak his mind, and isn't afraid to lose fans over it. Because he's making most of his money from crypto now. He had a guy who helped him out, which I believe is his friend Jesse. Crypto was doing really well, and he figured, if it kept going like this, he would become a millionaire for the first time in his life. Putting out weird tweets, that he feels bad making money on crypto. As you know, Boogie suffers from some serious mental health problems. Anxiety, depression and such. The average crypto investor is checking the market about 10 times per minute. So a guy with terrible anxiety, watching the market go up, only to see it dive deep, can be excruciating. He pulled out a couple times, only to enter the market again some time later. So, there were several major crypto crashes. As he told his fans not to be worried, he sold on time to have plenty left. Responding to a fan that he always had a stop sell when holding, so he didn't lose as much as he could have. But he did lose a good chunk when the market crashed. But he was still up from his initial investment, and used a good amount of it to buy a car and to live off. Only he was far less rich than at the time he made his video, bragging about his crypto gains. However, when he was up on his investment, he wasn't too shy about sharing his newfound wealth with his fans on Twitter and YouTube. And he initially invested in Ethereum and Bitcoin. But eventually, the dark force of the shitcoins attracted him, the fear of missing out on the next big thing. And this is where Jesse's comes into play again. As he was browsing Reddit and such, looking for a new project, he found Hogecoin. A meme coin based on Dogecoin, and when at some point it shot up by 2000%, he figured, it's time to do a video on it. And to take financial advice from friends is always risky. If you make money, then it's all good and you're happy. But if you lose it, will you end up blaming them for it? Of course, you are responsible for your own actions, and so is Boogie. There was no gun put to his head to invest in a shitcoin, and taking financial advice from Jesse, who thought he could compete with YouTube, losing over $3 million in his project, Storyfire. I don't know, he doesn't seem like a financial genius to me.
So I'm just perusing through the Reddit, seeing what catches my eye. I see some pretty ridiculous token names, all kinds of stuff, and then I see this one guy. He mentions $Hoge.
As we said before, Jesse got Boogie into crypto. And it's my belief, that on his advice, Boogie invested a lot of money into Hoge, hoping it would take the same route as Dogecoin. Jesse published a video on the coin, on the 15th of March 2021, and another one on the 19th. So it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to think, he got Boogie into this coin as well. As it's about the same time frame when put out his tweets, not to listen to a YouTuber who suggests a coin to invest in, sort of taking a jab at Jesse, possibly. And Jesse, being the guy who was helping Boogie out. I did reach out to Boogie several times on Twitter, usually he doesn't mind responding to people, but the silence might be telling.
There is a lot of gurus and you name it in crypto. There's the people promising the world.
By the way, look at the coin's value today, not great. However, at one point, Boogie also mentioned another shitcoin. It's very possible he lost money on several shitcoins. And this is where we find ourselves earlier this year. In February, he came out, stating he made some bad crypto trades, and he's about at the break-even point again.
Well, this is a video I've dreaded making, but it's time, so I'm asking for your help as we head into the holiday season. I took some financial advice from a friend, and I'm not pointing fingers necessarily. I took the advice, but I put my money in the crypto market in the wrong section, and I pretty much lost most of everything. That sucks. That really sucks.
So today, he said on Twitter that Jesse, who initially would bail him out if things went south, didn't actually help him out when he lost a lot of money in crypto. But the next tweet is pretty telling. He claimed he didn't lose all of his crypto, but on the YouTube video he said he pretty much lost most of everything. I guess he can't keep his story straight.
I took the advice, but I put my money in the crypto market in the wrong section, and I pretty much lost most of everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Manipulating his fans, telling half-truths to get some money out of them. Of course, there is nothing wrong, per se, with asking your fans for donating, subscribing, becoming a member on your Patreon and such. Absolutely not, but just be honest about it, and don't manipulate your fans into feeling bad for you, to pull out their wallets, when most of them are in a much worse state than him financially. Boogie is going to be absolutely fine. Last month he had 1 million views on YouTube. Compared to my other YouTube channel, he would have made about $3,000 from that, without even counting his Twitch, merchandise, sponsorship deals, YouTube super thanks and memberships. So probably around the $5,000 range a month.
It is what it is, though. I mean, like, I've come to terms with it, but I need to get back to work. I have some savings, but they're going quickly. And if I don't start live streaming and making content and getting ad revenue and stuff again, I'm going to lose everything. And I definitely do not want to do that. Do you like the t-shirts I have? This one's not in the merch lane shop yet, but there's several, and I'm making new designs all the time. And if you like a t-shirt, buy a t-shirt. I make like a $9 profit off of a $25 purchase. If you don't want to buy something from me directly, you can shop with one of my sponsors. That's always an option as well. If you like a product I'm selling, get involved with a sponsor, shop through them, use my code. If you're in a position where you only have like $1 or $5, you can super chat that when you like a video. You can pledge $5 a month, $10 a month on the channel membership program. If you watch my live streams and you want to donate, throw bits at me, subscribe there, that's obviously also an option. I've never really pressed my Patreon or pressed channel memberships, but I kind of have to now.
Here we are again, guys. It wouldn't be a Boogie timeline without some more weird contradictions.
But let me make it clear here. The last thing I want is your money. If you have a lot of money and you want to give it to me, I'm going to be ever so grateful.